Good evening, CW fans. It is the middle of July 2023, and look at all of those CW signals. Isn't that amazing? You would think that CW was dead, but it's not. There are so many things going on this weekend, one of which is the IARU contest. It's a great contest, super easy exchange. It's $5.99 and your ITU region, which most people are in like 7 or 8 in the United States. I'm in 8. So the exchange is $5.99.8 for me. And it's really kind of a neat contest. There are some folks that are flying along here. There's like a super speedy people. Let's see what this person's doing right here. So that was S50 HQ. And I think it's pretty cool because what you should, and I'm going to do a video on rule number 3. You need to know what CQ sounds like at every speed. And you can tell this person's actually not saying CQ. What are they saying? What's that first part? Let me crank the volume up here. So he's just doing TEST, and then it was S50 HQ, I think it was. So Slovenia. And they're dispensing with the CQ because it's kind of obvious, but well, maybe we can see if this person's calling CQ. Let's see. Let's try this person. K8AZ. So they're calling CQ. And they're in zone 8. K8AZ. So he's probably going about 36 words a minute, I'm guessing, maybe 38 words a minute. So they are going fast. They are jamming. So my advice to folks that are just trying to continue learning and increase their speed, try to copy the call sign. And also get familiar with the exchange. So what was the other person? What did they send? They sent a 59928, I think it was. So kind of cool. I wanted to go back to, I think this person was, where was that Slovenia person? K4RO. And I just go up and down the line and I'm going to try to call them. So there you go. So I made a quick QSO with them. Mine was 599.8. And the other thing that's really cool about this, I'll turn down the volume a little bit. The cool thing about this is there's also an overlay that's happening called the WRTC. And there's a website that shows, this is kind of like the Olympics of ham radio, where there are all of these stations. They all start with an I4, and then there's another numerical digit, and then an alpha digit. So, like for example, I-44X, I-44 Charlie, I-42 Mike. These are folks, you'll have to do some research on this with the WRTC. It's really kind of a cool thing. These are special stations that are out there that are giving out QSOs, and they're competing against each other. And you can kind of like see this, like who's on the air. And you can also, when you work one of these specialty stations, you can pop in here, put in your call sign, do a QSO search, and you can see all of the specialty stations that exist and what band and mode that I worked them on. So you can see I was kind of like doing some fun stuff on 20 meters today. But this WRTC thing is happening too. That's kind of like an overlay that's on top of this IARU contest. But this is kind of a really cool contest for you to, increase your chops on speed here. Let's see what this person's doing here. So here's a good example here. So this is France. TM0HQ, and their exchange REF. So their exchange is a little bit different. So when you contact an IARU headquarters, like the ARRL, the W1AW is out here somewhere, and they are signing, I believe, ARRL. And when you contact one of these stations that are a headquarters station, they don't give out their ITU region. They give out the alpha designation of what region they're, what headquarters they are. Yes. So TM0HQ. So that's what the IARU contest is like. There's tons of activity. You can work anybody on any band. Doesn't need to be DX. It doesn't need to be local. Of course, these HQ stations, they give you extra points. And also, you'll want to contact some of these WRTC stations, which start with an I4. And you can check out. I'll put the link in the description. But you can you could check your call sign and see what you've worked. But yeah, it's pretty cool how they're doing this. And if you want to like figure out, they've got the DX cluster here, which shows all of the I4 stations that are being spotted and where to find them. So I might go look for some the rest of tonight just to get some of these I4 stations in the logbook. And maybe I'll try to find a couple more HQ stations. Or at least, look at some of these really loud stations here. That's an 8. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Let's see what this very loud station. WX0B. Let's give him a call just for the heck of it. Did they get me? WX0B. Come on. Alrighty. I think they got me. I hope. Anyways, I'm I'm not seriously contesting this weekend, so I'm just kind of like picking up a couple more QSOs, adding them to the log. I might try a couple of different bands. I'm on 20 meters right now, but yeah, fun stuff. And yeah, have a good time trying to increase your code speed by jumping in with some of these Speedy Gonzalez folks out here. Like I said, I've got my keyer set on 32 words a minute. Some of these folks are doing 36, 38, and 40. So it's not for the faint of heart. And for the beginner, please do not get frustrated. This is going to be the level that you will eventually achieve. So look forward to that, and have a good time. CW on, everybody.